Sure, my name's Mathew Johnson. I'm an independent seed stage venture investor based in San Francisco. And I'm here both as a mentor here at Startup Turkey and as a judge for the startup competition. This is my second time at Startup Turkey. I came before in 2014, several years ago. And I'm back now. I think Startup Turkey and the organization is the best in Turkey and one of the best in the region. I come to Startup Turkey because, first of all, I think that the country and the region is a really exciting and important one for startups and venture ecosystem. And then the team here is really good about building relationships with investors and entrepreneurs all over the world. And so I really appreciate that as well. What's important to me in my industry is building long-term relationships with entrepreneurs and other investors. And Barack and the Startup Turkey team have done a really good job of building long-term relationships with people like myself and other organizations around the world. And so that makes me want to keep coming back and keep trusting the companies that Startup Turkey pulls together. So I like to invest in world-class entrepreneurs with the biggest ideas in the world. I like to invest in companies that someone could write a book about 10 years from now because it's such an important company to the history of business or their industry. Well, one of the biggest trends in startups and venture capital today is the globalization of startups, so that now new venture-backed startup companies will never be in one location. They will have sales in one country and customer support in another country and engineering in another country and marketing in another country, and that's new. It used to be that there were Silicon Valley startups and then that there were local startups in other markets, but now that geography has just been erased and companies are building functions where it makes the most sense. I've been impressed already by the quality of some of the founders and their companies at this event, especially as an investor coming from Silicon Valley, where there is so much infrastructure for an entrepreneur to create an important company. And most other places in the world just don't have that much infrastructure, so it's much harder to become an entrepreneur anywhere else, and that's even more impressive to me when I meet entrepreneurs that are really making it happen in Istanbul or in other countries in the world. Sure, Startup Turkey is one of the best startup events in the region, certainly in this country, and this city, Istanbul, is one of the most amazing, most important cities in the history of the world. And now it's only a direct flight away from San Francisco and the Bay Area.